Good morning, students. Welcome in video lecture of electronic devices and circuits. We are discussing unit number 3, electronics amplifier. In previous lecture, we discussed the classification of amplifiers. That classification of amplifiers we are discussing in two parts. That means in two lectures. In first lecture, we discussed the classification of amplifiers based on the classes. That means A class, B class, AB class, and then C class. And then how they are working and what exactly output we are getting, that we are discussing. Second lecture, we are discussed on the same topic, that means classification of amplifiers, which is based on the magnitude of input signal and impedance. Depending on that, how the classes of that particular amplification amplifier it is done one, that we discussed one, and by using that classification how the output it is getting one, that means by considering the input signal and the that particular input impedance as well as the output impedance. On that basis, how the output we are getting, that thing we are discussed in a previous lecture. Now, in today's our lecture, that fundamentals of low noise and power amplifiers, this topic we are going to discuss. In today's lecture, we are considering this topic. Now, what exactly mean by the low noise and how it is affecting on that particular thing, that we are going to discuss. Now, before starting the introduction of the low noise amplification, I want to give one signal, one example about this particular signal. That means you already aware that particular thing. That just I want to memorize you, remind you, not memorize or not only memorize. Let me remind you. Whenever you are listening the audio songs, right, by means of the speaker and loudspeaker or any that headphone or whatever that thing. Suppose there is no any song which is playing one, but that amplifier it is turned on. At that time, initial stage, you are getting some sort of the noise, small noise you are getting one. If you are carefully listening it one, that noise it is nothing but the that particular the amplifier it is getting inserted some additional signal which is called as the noise signal, and that is amplified one and it is getting the output side that you are getting one. So that are you getting one? What I want to give the example about that particular noise signal, right? This is nothing but one kind of a noise signal which is considered. Now let us see what exactly the low noise amplification and how it is giving the performance and all that thing. See here, low noise amplifiers are devices which are capable of amplifying the extremely very weak signals and provides the voltage level suitable for the conversion purpose. That means analog to digital conversion. Or you can see that for the further analog processing. For that purpose, these particular low noise amplifiers are considered. They are employed in applications involving low amplitude source like many types of the transducers and antennas. When dealing with the weak signal source, the performance of the measurement system is dominated by the gain and noise introduced by the first stage. Thus, the selection of the proper low noise amplifier is a critical for the good operation of the experimental setup. So, whenever we are dealing with the weak signal, the performance of the measurement of the system is dominated by the gain and the noise introduced by the first stage. That means you are considering the amplifier which is having the gain, some sort of the gain, and that if you are introduced by that particular noise signal, then you are not getting that much good amplification concept. So to avoid such a thing, you have to be having the good noise, low noise amplifier, so that it will Amplify the weak signal having the good gain and noise separation technique, right? That may be in first stage, that may be in a second stage. By considering that, we can suppress the noise. So for that purpose, we have to select the proper amplifier, low noise amplifier, right? That is the thing. Now see here, here the example explain, or this particular figure explains how the low noise amplifier it works and how the standard amplifier it works. See in this figure, this is the low noise amplifier, right? Now here you are applying the input signal, that it is amplified one with having that particular suitable gain, and the you can see that low noise amplification concept, and at the output side you are getting the some sort of the good signal, amplified good signal, increase the strength. This is the one thing, right? Now this is due to the low noise amplifier. Now second thing is that if suppose you are considering the standard amplifier, in that again you are applying the this input signal, which is again having some sort of the noise signal inserted. In this also noise signal it is inserted one, but due to the low noise signal, this it is giving the output as a good signal. But in this standard amplifier, in this particular input signal it is inserted with the noise signal as well as the input signal, and it is again amplified with having the, you can say that whatever the gain amplification concept it is considered one, but at the output side you are not getting the clear inputs output signal, it is getting some sort of the distorted signal. See here, right? This is the, you can see the difference. Now how the behavior of this particular noisy amplifier it is here. Here the figure it is shown here, which is having the gain. Whatever I discussed, what just I am considering that in this concept in a different by considering the example. Here, this amplifier it is having some sort of the gain as the G. It is having the two inputs. One is the input signal, which is the weak signal, and another is the noise signal, and which this is generated the distorted output signal, with having the this particular amplification concept as the gain as the G into Si, which is giving the signal S naught, and output as the N naught. It is noise, output noise is the N naught is equal to gain into Ni plus this noise amplifier, that is also added one. See here, consider real life amplifier with the gain G. The input of such amplifier is defined by the desired signal Si and unavoidable input noise Ni. Okay, here I just said one. The output of both signals be amplified with the factor G, right? And however, an additional noise amplification is also introduced because of the noise generated by the electronics components of the device. So that is also inserted one, and which is getting amplified. So here you are getting the output as the distorted one due to this particular thing. See here, it is not like this weak signal which is giving the clear input, that means clear waveform. But here, no, it is having the distorted one. So that it is this all this noise signal as well as the that amplification noise, whatever the electronics component is generated one, that is also added one added. That due to that you are getting this. Okay, if suppose you are using the good low noise amplifier, which is having the high gain along with the low internal noise, that means N amplifier, which is giving the some sort of the accurately good amplification for the low level signals, right? So this is the thing. Now, so by considering that concept, then we have to consider some sort of the specification of the low noise amplifier. So here, the low noise amplifier have the same specification as ordinary amplifiers. However, they are intended to provide a high gains and the little noise to input signal, very low or very small noise. So the we have to focus on that particular parameters of concerning the noise response of the amplifier. Okay, concerning the parameter. That means this amplifier should provide very less noise, very that means it should be almost it should be suppress the noise, even though it is having some sort of the internal noise of the component. That concept it is considered. Now, see next. Here, for that consideration, first parameter is the noise factor and the noise figure. Noise factor, it compares the noise output of an amplifier with that which is obtained with the ideally noiseless device. We have to consider the noise factor which is generating the noiseless device or amplifier which is generated that particular output signal. Right? By considering that thing, we have to consider the for comparison purpose of this particular thing. The noise factor of any amplifier is always higher than 1. That means that due to the again because of that particular electrons components which is unavoidable, which is introduced the noise, that it is considered 1, right? So it is a higher than 1. So if you have to consider for the ideal amplifier which is having the noiseless amplification, right? For that concept, for this thing we have to consider the F, so that it is again used to design that particular power amplifiers. And here the ideal amplifier, it is considered the higher than 1, that particular factor F. A related parameter is the noise figure NF, which is the noise factor converted in a decibel notation. That is NF is equal to 10 into log of 10 into F. A good quality of low noise amplifier should present a noise factor which is close to 0 dB, right? Close to 0 dB, or it should be that F, that means this noise factor, if you are considering only noise factor, it should be close to only 1, not a greater than 1, right? It is nearly to 1, not greater than 1. Then only you are having the good quality of a low noise amplifier, which is the limit of a noiseless amplifier. This is the exactly limit of that particular noiseless amplifier. The noise factor is depends on the impedance of the source that provides the input signal, because the because of this its value is provided for a specific value of a source impedance. See, noise factor, it is always depends on the impedance of that particular source device, okay, which is connected to the which is connected to that particular amplifier as the input signal. So that is also important one, right? That is you have to consider. This is the one thing. Another is the you can say that a noise spectral density. That specification you have to consider one for the good low noise amplifier. Now, what exactly mean by this particular noise spectral density? We have to see. We are going to see here. The noise spectral density (NSD) refers to the distribution of an intrinsic noise of power of the amplifier over the its bandwidth, or its bandwidth. It corresponds to n amplifier. That means the internal, whatever we are considered one, internal noise signal, that is the thing. So it corresponds to n amplifier in the figure above. Although it is usually expressed as the equivalent input noise n amplifier divided by gain G for the better comparison with the noise of the input signal. Right? That is the thing. The NSD is the provided in a nanovolt per under root Hz, that means frequency, for specific frequencies, or average over the whole bandwidth of the amplifier. Whole bandwidth of the amplifier. See, whatever I said about the amplifier, power amplifier, noise power amplifier, it is considered for over its bandwidth, that is considered. In some cases, the curves of the NSD as a function of the frequency are also provided one, right? Roughly speaking, the good quality of a noise amplifiers present a spectral density below the 10 nanovolt per under root that particular frequency in terms of the hertz. Right? This is the thing. Now, these are the whatever I discussed the two things about the specification of the no noise amplifier. Okay, so Noise factor is also important, and NSD also important. And that particular, you can see that by considering that, we have to design that particular power amplifier or amplifier. Now, additional parameters that the user should check when he is assigning or he is designing the you can see that low noise amplifier for that particular power amplifiers. So whatever the parameters is considered for this particular amplifiers are apart from the other parameters that maybe you can see that its input impedance, the current, voltage, and related to that gate and output impedance and all that thing. Apart from that, you have to consider this particular thing. The thermal effect is also you can say that affecting on this particular generation of the noise signal. Remember that thing. That may be internal thermal, that may be external thermal. That we have to consider, right? So here, parameters. First parameter is the gain. The gain required of the specific amplification, it will depend on the level of the signal which is intended for the amplification purpose. That means whatever the weak signal you want to amplify one, it is again depends on that signal strength. You have to consider the gain, and that value of the gain which is ranging from 102 to 104. Okay, and that in terms of the dB, 40 dB to 80 dB, which is not uncommon for low noise measurements. It is not uncommon, but we have to consider that thing. Where signals on the order of a microvolt are converted to tens or hundreds of the millivolt. See, even though we are considering this particular 1022 to 104, this is not considered for the one common thing. It is why? Because if suppose you are considering the microvolt signal which you have to convert in tens or hundreds of that particular millivolt, in that thing we have to consider the different thing, right? So different, you can see that values. In a rough estimation of the required gain is recommended, since too low gains results of poor amplification, while too high gains also, you can say that consider the high saturation. That means gain should not be very low and very high. It should be in middle, because very low gain of that particular amplifier, it amplifies the poor amplification, and very high gain, it always it amplifier in a saturation. So you have to consider these two conditions also. Bandwidth is the second parameter. Bandwidth of the amplifier should cover the range of that particular frequencies of a signal which is intended to measure, right? Which is it should include the DC operation if required. See, bandwidth for that particular amplifier, it should be considered, which is covering the entire frequency or range of that particular signal. It is important one, right? And also for the DC operation, that is also you have to remember. Second thing is the offset. The parameter only affects to amplifiers with a DC operation. This offset, it is affects only for the DC operation amplification. It consists of a spurious DC level, spurious DC level that appears at the output of the amplifier due to the intrinsic limitation of any modern semiconductor device. That thing you have to consider, and it is this offset is it is only for the consider the DC operation. Got this point? Now, second, input impedance. See, input impedance is also important one. The input impedance of an amplifier has a significant influence on the noise added to the output signal. This is also very important one. Why? Uh, because you are cascading the source device with the amplifier. That means you are attaching, interfacing, not cascading, interfacing. So input impedance, it should be matched one. This is the one thing. Then another thing is that what exactly the source device it is having the impedance. So this source and source device and this amplifier, it should be relate that particular consider the impedance concept. So that is the thing. See here, what I want to explain here. The higher the impedance, the higher the noise level. Noise level it is higher one. However, low input impedance could lead to poor measurements of the level when the low signal source has the high impedance. Okay, like okay, where measured levels is a very low, but here when low signal source has the high impedance, like the case of the piezoelectric transducer, in this situation a higher input impedance also you have to consider one. See what I want to say in this one two sentences, that even though you are considering the low impedance, you will get the that poor measurement of that particular thing. But if you are considering the high input impedance, then might be noise level is also increased one. So to considering this point of view, you have to design the that particular amplifier which is having the that particular impedance in between the or higher than low but lower than the higher impedance. That means in between the low and high. In that consideration, we have to design the that particular input. We have to consider the input impedance of the amplifier, low noise amplifier, so that it will give the better amplification without having the noise, suppressing the noise. That is the important. Getting my point? Don't confuse in this particular thing. Okay. So this is the all about the I want to say under the topic of fundamentals of a low noise and a power amplifier. If you are having any doubt or query related to this particular topic, you can ask me anytime. Okay, so be in touch and study well, be safe. Thank you.